Okay. So, what are we? We're just recording this, by the way. She's just been she's just been thrown in. She literally walked in, and I was like, "Can I record this?" She's like, "Yeah." So we both don't know what we're doing. What did we do last time? The balayage.
Yeah, we did the balayage, and I quite liked it. Well. But obviously, like you didn't do my roots like my roots, and I think they're still fine. I don't think we've got any grays yet.
Nah, you're really lucky that you're pretty much not grey, so you don't need to touch them. What are we thinking? Is that when was that? About a year ago?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. Becca has the best hair, by the way. Like literally, and her kids' hair are a joke too. She's blessed with the hair gods. Yeah, what do you want to do?
I mean, I really like what you did before.
So if
it was like honeys and caramels. It wasn't like blondie.
Yeah, I was going to say. So if I do what I done last time, this is going to be even blonder. Okay.
Whatever.
So move it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but do you want me to break it up a little bit, or shall we go lighter? And
whatever you think. What do you want to do?
Well, why don't we're going into summer soon. Exactly. Why don't we go lighter?
Okay.
So I'll put loads of lighter bits in.
Yeah.
You're still going to get the different colours through there, so you'll have the darker but you'll just have some brighter bits through.
Yeah.
Money pieces. Do we want?
We did that last time.
How high did we go though?
I think we did go quite high.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking as well, I want a bit different around the front now.
Yeah.
You know when you said about making it a bit shorter?
Yeah.
I feel like I wanted to do that.
Oh, like curtain bangs?
Like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine, yeah.
You're like, do not give me a fringe.
I did it once, I'm never doing it again.
So we go, right, okay, so if we're going to cut in curtain bangs, I will still put like money pieces in, but I wouldn't recommend putting your money piece up here.
Whatever
Otherwise it'll look like you've got a random blonde fringe.
Yeah, okay, cool,
yeah?
do that, yeah.
So I'll melt that in,
yeah.
and then we'll cut that to give you like curtain,
yeah.
blow it out, and then layers,
yeah.
quite a bit of shaping.
And I think a bit of cut is pretty dead end, so like a good
chop off the bottom
as well,
layer, lots of shape, basically a whole new look. Sick.
Easy.
So
happy?
I'm happy, so let's see if she's happy when we're done. This is what we are working with.
So this is how I balayage and how I find it the easiest way. I take my wide section, I do chunky weave, so it's like ribbons through the hair. I will backcomb underneath and then on top to help with the blend. I like to paint underneath and turn my brush sideways to really feather the bleach up. Sorry, there's police next to me and I'm really interested in what's going on. I'll be back. I'm back. They're going into the school to tell a kid off. Anyway, so I'm painting and feathering the product underneath, so then the underneath looks as good as the top. I'm placing my super wide foil in. On some of the pieces, I'm covering the blonde. It's not blonde, it's more of a caramel because we want to make them brighter. So I'm placing all the product on and I'm feathering that product up to give me the blend. Remember, you've got your back comb in, so that's also going to create a blend, but you need to make sure that your bleach is just as feathered. Otherwise you'll get like stripes and marks, and I find this really helps. So bearing in mind I've done a balayage about 1,000 ways and I teach students, so this is what I find the easiest method to create it. And if I do find like a little line, I'll just comb it down a little bit and it just takes any of that product away. And again, using my big boy foils, fold that up, and then I like to fold one side and then I'll fold the bottom, because sometimes with the heat you get a bit of do you know like where they get a bit sweaty? So yeah, I just fold the bottom up so it doesn't leak down their back. So with these foils you can take super wide sections because you can do it in one go. I'm just moving my sides out the way just so I don't forget to do it, basically. So I'm moving my sections. I'll fast forward this because you won't really care about this. So now, oh my god, we're still on fast forward, but anyway, you can watch it on fast forward. I am feathering my product underneath. I've backcombed my section. I'm taking it all the way through to the ends and I'm feathering that product up. This is the best way I find for getting that really soft and seamless balayage. To be fair, being on sped up is probably a lot quicker for you guys to actually see what I'm doing rather than me working at my normal pace. I find my chunky weaves make really nice ribbons through the hair. I really like to feather the underneath. Some hairdressers don't do this, but I feel like the underneath is kind of, I don't know why you'd leave it out, because I feel like it makes such a difference. And then you know you've got product on that side. On this foil, not that you can see, some of it was left out because it was lighter and I didn't need to put lighter on it. I'm using the Osmo Icon bleach with 10 volt. I'll use 10 volt pretty much the whole way through. I've just realised I'm chewing. I'm so sorry if you've just heard me chewing that whole time. I will stop. So again, I'm copying this all the way up, feathering that product, making sure there's a lot of making sure my consistency is thick. Okay, you want to be able to work with the product and then feather it up. So just make sure that product is nice and thick and you are applying enough product to the hair to make sure it's fully saturated. If you don't, you'll get marks underneath that aren't that won't have lifted as well. So just be aware that you are doing the best here. So I'm going to shut up again and then fast forward because I basically do this the whole way through. So I'm going to keep my mouth shut and I'll let you guys watch. If you've made it this far, there is loads of free education on my TikTok page. Anyway, I'm literally following the same method the whole way through, feathering the product each way, pulling the lighter bits lighter bits out, and then colouring the darker bits that I need. I'm still only using 10 volt at this point. I use 10 volt literally the whole way through the back and then through the top, and then on my side, like my mohawk section, then on my sides I'll bump the liner up to 20 volt. I find this gives me like a low and slow clean lift, so I can keep an eye on it, leave it on longer, and it just works really well for me. Again, I'm using Osmo Icon bleach with my peroxide, and then I will talk about toning once we get to the end, so you can fast forward this bit if you don't want to see how I carry on, and then we'll talk about toning. Now I'm just pulling these foils out, just checking to see which ones are ready, and then I'm going to mix up my toner, which I will talk about in just a second. Okay, so Becca's hair has taken and we have lifted to, I knew they'd start laughing at me. She's lifted to about an 8, between a 7 and an 8, but mainly an 8. Some of it's lighter, so we are going to knock it down. We're going to keep it as bright as we can, so we're going to use an 813. So we've got the 8, which is your level 8. We've got the 1 to neutralise the warmth, the 3, which is gold, which will keep it bright and reflect well. So that's why we are picking our 813. And we're using 2-to-1 ratio with 1.9 peroxide. Right, we're back. We have, I still need to brush it out, but we have curled and cut curtain bangs in, so she's got more shape around her face. Let me brush it through. We're using a wide tooth comb. Oh, I'm just gonna spin you around because I can't be asked to move the camera because I know that's not gonna be on there. Wide tooth comb, brush the curls out. We use the 813 as a toner to blend it through. And she absolutely hates it.
Imagine.
There'll be people like, she absolutely hates it. Literally the worst thing ever. So can you see, it's all blended, it's all soft. Spin you around again. Thank you. That was so much easier than me trying to set up the other camera. And then these will drop in a couple of hours, but we've given her more face frame and it's lighter. What do we think?
Love it.
It's nicer. Very pretty. And then look that way. Beautiful. Thanks for being my model. You didn't have any anything. I'm having a stroke. You didn't have any say. Bye.